I suspect
We're live. We're live.
I suspect that Monkey Jeebus is one of those people that probably, like, is he here right now? No. Oh, I bet you $20 that Tim watches or listens to the radio. I bet you he does.
What's a radio?
We're live.
Welcome to Fright Night. For real.
Yes, 80s Fright, and I am feeling right. It's 80s Fright. Oh, what a night, oh, what a night. With FanZcene and Nadia too.
That's gonna be trouble when it first
Pop Culture Minefield, bringing it to you. Do you love horror? Well, we do too. We're gonna talk about the best the 80s did to you. Yes, 80s Fright, and I am feeling right. It's 80s Fright. Oh, what a night, oh, what a night.
I did, by the way, I did make one just for this episode. And even though I completely edit it in a way that is nowhere like, and with their quick cuts, that it's not taking something directly from the film, and the entire soundtrack was added by me. I created all the music, everything for it, sound effect, the reel to reel. They still claim me.
Go figure.
So I'm like,
That's YouTube for you.
yeah. So I'm like, oh well, we'll just stick with the one that's we already have. Makes me mad because I like making special intros. But here we are. It's Thursday, the last Thursday of the month, and I'm hanging out here with Nadia and Greg, and we're going to be talking about really the big change. If you look at the three films, this is the start of a whole new story arc and character arc for the franchise, because this one was not sheer horror like the first one. This one got some campy jokes in it and some slapstick comedy. Yeah. And
it's the bridge between the three.
It's the bridge between the three. And Bruce Campbell said it best, that if you watch the first film all the way till he's outside the house and gets possessed, stop right there, cut to that scene in Evil Dead 2, and then at the end of that film, right as the car is coming down and crashing, in the film there, and start the next film right at the car crash. It is a seamless three, it's a movie, single movie all by itself.
Yeah.
And so I've done that to test that, and I'm like, yeah, it works perfectly. And you're a big fan. I understand, Greg.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Couldn't tell by the poster in the background.
No way.
What poster?
What?
I got a poster back there?
Yeah, couldn't tell at all.
Oh.
Evil Dead 2, Electric Boogaloo, Dead by Dawn, Dead by Dawn, Dead by Dawn. I love that artwork on that.
Oh, that's so wicked.
That's the steel case.
Wait.
That's
it's just gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, I
Look at
love
that.
That's great.
Oh man.
My drawing of him is a little better because they don't quite have the chin right.
I did.
Well, you did say you're
like
the only one that can draw his chin.
He said that.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can find it, but I did a zombie for a haunted house that I based it off a little bit off that makeup design. Let's see if I can find it. It's gonna be a while.
What's evil? I've never heard of it.
I'm gonna have
never heard.
Chug.
Is that your pre-gaming?
Hey, buddy. Wait, put that back up. What did he say?
That's for me.
Do some watch parties. Adaptive writer, we have looked at trying to do that because I've tried that in the past. It didn't work right. Also, a bunch of fucking assholes promised to be there and then didn't show up at the watch party. I'm like, then why the fuck am I doing this? But I'm going to be talking to my old buddy Matt Vader, who's now Dutch. What is it? Dutch writer? What does he call himself now?
You gotta make me say this. Dutch Butters.
Dutch Butters. That's it. I fucking love that name. Because he's done that, and I want to know how to do it exactly. Because Steven, Fat Steven Seagal, he was doing it through another program, but I was told that there's this free one. They shared a link with me, but I never got around to using it because I'm so busy all the time. And I want to get back to where you can actually do watch parties on this. And I think it's possible to do watch parties on Rumble, because I don't think Rumble will shut you down.
I don't know. My watch parties, I don't share the movie. I just do a timer on the screen that timestamps where I'm at, and then I'll show like a couple clips.
So other people can be watching too. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, because that's how Anima and I, when we're doing some date nights, her internet goes to shit, and I've got crappy internet. I'm out here in the country.
Yeah, me too.
And so it's like I can't.
I live in Mexico.
You win.
I live in the desert.
So what we do is we just watch the movie separately, and we always make sure we're on the right marks of the film. And it's fun. We can do it that way. It plays better. We can hear everything. Because when you share it, sometimes it sounds like shit. Oh God, Shinatsky's here. Why aren't you on the show, dipshit?
Yeah. Come on, Jen. Oh,
Get on
he
here,
doesn't have a link.
Send him a fucking link. Always get an excuse for everything, Shinatsky. Always. So,
Army of Darkness, guys.
Yeah. This is, Army of Darkness is, fuck you, Nadia. I hung out with you earlier this week. Where were we hanging out?
Last week, we were on Zach's.
And people act like I don't know you. I'm like, no, Nadia and I are friends. We do a show
Whoa,
together.
whoa.
About.
Ollie's in the house.
Whoa! Ollie coming in with the heat. Send him a link. Let's see if he'll hop in.
Polly's given up on me. He doesn't want to hang out with me anymore. He's too cool for me. Then again, he's always been too cool for me. Yeah. He's that cool guy that I knew in high school that would make time for me every once in a while. These guys, okay, I gotta go deal with the chicks now. So because I'm a 10 and you're like a 7. But I love Polly. Polly, you can join us if you want to. Send him a link. Send it to him in Hispanic. It'll be funny.
Why would it be funny in Hispanic?
I'm just being obnoxious.
I know you are.
It's part of my personality. Yeah, it's like
Nadia, thank you so much.
Uh-oh.
No, it's funny. Nadia, really, I think you get me now. I think you kind of get me. Greg's known me for a while.
Wait, Gerry. Or is it that you get me?
I got you the minute I met you. That's why I wanted to do a show with you. And you're like, you want to do a show with me? I'm like, yes, I want to do a show with you. You're fun. You're not like all pent up. I'm not going to say anything about some of the other females that we do shows with, but they get kind of pent up and they get nervous about talking. And I can't. You are not afraid to talk. You are not afraid to laugh. And that makes you one of my favorite females to do shows with and hang out with.
Because I'm an alpha. No, I'm kidding.
You're an alpha female.
I'm still.
Gerry must lose his connection every time a cloud passes by. So, but anyway, I love doing the show. Shinatsky is here. What's up, buddy?
I finished work. Many things died. Then I went home.
You're a killer. We all know it. He's
Thanks for telling everyone, Martin.
He's like he's the John Goodman character in Arachnophobia. So good to see you, man. We're going to be talking about Evil Dead 2 tonight. I love Nadia cracks me up. She goes, well, what are we gonna do next? Like, are we gonna do Army of Darkness? I said, the show is called 80s Fright. No. Well, what about? And she starts like throwing other films. I'm like, those were in the 90s. No.
I'm a 90s kid. What can I say?
And that's what she said. I'm a 90s kid. What can I say? And I'm like, I can't argue with that. So maybe what we should do is do our 80s. And when we get tired of doing 80s, we'll switch the name of the show to the 90s Fright.
No, you just do 80s and then a little asterisk in the corner. And it's just like, oh, read the
or
terms
slash
and conditions.
out
Yeah.
the 80s and put
80s
90s in.
slash with a knife. 90s.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Oh, I like that one. I like that.
I
Greg.
got it. The 80s part 2.
Oh, I like that too. That's pretty good.
I got to tell you, the 90s was really a nice extension of the 80s when it came to movies. And it was like, it was the decade of sequels. And it also had just a great number of really weird fucking movies that came out. And I think it was the 90s, Lair of the White Worm with Hugh Grant. Was that 90s? I think that was 90s, wasn't it?
I've never heard of this movie, so I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, you
I-
haven't.
But you know what? You know what, Gary? There's this magical thing called Google that you can type in the name of the movie and it will produce
Well,
the
look
material.
who's not a
1988.
boomer.
Yeah.
1988.
It
I
used
was an 80s
to.
film.
It's an 80s film.
Now I type into Google and it will list facts that never happened in reality because their fucking AI is borked.
Oh, I just look into my private collection. Found it. Got
Oh.
the year.
I thought your collection was all adult films.
Oh my god!
His favorite is sci-fi and horror parody porn.
Oh goddamn! What? Why do you have to always talk about the thing that I say? That's what's private.
I never got that one, Adaptive Writer.
Not anymore.
Did you get that one, Greg?
Which one?
The one that was just up that Martin took away while I was talking.
Oh,
about
the rare Evil Dead.
The two
special
discs.
editions.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that one. No, I have
Never got
I
that
have
one.
this Blu-ray. I have another Blu-ray. I know there's a 4K too. So, this is just a Blu-ray DVD set.
Who's releasing it now? Because Anchor Bay did a lot of stuff. What do they do? Who's
This
doing
is
it now?
Lionsgate and Studio Canal.
Okay. Canal
They
too
released
stepped
this, like,
in on a lot of
30 times.
right. Canal has stepped in on some really good properties, and so now films when you see their re-release will have the Canal intro now.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so odd. A French company doing that, but it works.
Yeah, they do a lot
the
of transfers.
The
I can't find it.
Devastator.
The Devastator.
Yes.
Devastator.
Hey, Devastator.
Devastator.
I thought that was one of Martin's porns.
No. Oh God.
See, see, every time Bruce Campbell needs weed money, he's like, "Hey Sam, can we release another Evil Dead edition?"
Pretty much.
My other friend Gary, not this Gary, Gary spelled Gary, interviewed Campbell when he was 22. And I guess what happened was Campbell came into the office, put his feet up on the table, was eating a hot dog and said, "Shoot, kid." And that was the first person he had ever interviewed, like in the film industry.
Nice.
I got to tell you,
Oh.
he was 30, working for the main alternate news magazine of Illinois. I was one of their film critics, and I did all their interviews. But my first interview was Bruce Campbell, and
Why is he a lot of
I-
people's first interviews? This is weird.
it was fun. And I'm going to ask Jason right now. Hey, buddy, I'm going to narrate my letter. Can you?
We're not even 20 minutes in, by the way.
My interview with Bruce Campbell.
Are you
And
typing
Bruce-
one finger at a time when you? Like,
Yeah, I type like this.
yeah.
I never took typing.
And Gary responds also, if you have any porn parodies you wish us to cover, let us know.
I got to tell you, there's a couple of them that I really do like. The Star Wars one that was done back about 10 years ago was fucking awesome.
We'll call that 80s
Because
after
Darth
dark.
Vader is a black dude, and he whips it out on Princess Leia, and I'm like going, "Oh my god, this is messed up."
That's what's messed up.
That is so that he's banging his own daughter. I was like, "Oh my god." They should have called it Star Wars Taboo.
I just want to say this is not the stream I signed up for, but
Yeah,
I'm
me
here for it.
neither.
Let's
Me
do this.
neither.
All right.
Me neither.
Gary,
never-
there's this thing called too much information. You've
Guys,
gone there.
guys, if you want, I can
You
blur
never
you
watched my shows?
in post.
I can, you know how usually I go, oh, I haven't seen this movie or this movie. I can confidently say I've never seen any of those movies and I don't plan on it. But
Me too.
here we
Me
are.
too.
Yeah.
I can say I've never
Oh,
seen
come
them.
on! You are the biggest poster of boobs. I know.
I
don't even do
watch
that.
it. I don't watch
Don't you even? No.
I don't. I like
I'm
the
not letting you
movies.
slide.
I like those old like Jim Wynorski movies and stuff where they show the boobs in the movie and stuff like that. That's where that's fine by me. I don't need to go watch no damn porn. That's just I've never been into that. So I just like B movies and boobies. That's what I'm saying.
I somehow detect bullshit, but I'm okay.
No,
But it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, Greg. Greg's going just like, no, don't show me boobs. Don't show me boobs. Oh my god, they
whatever
showed
you
me
do.
boobs.
That's why I still think it's so special when you see a pair of boobs in a movie because I'm not constantly looking for them. So like when I'm watching a movie and they actually
What are you talking about? They're
why it's
always
so
special.
You should go see The Substance. You get to see 61-year-old Demi Moore's boobs. Like
I've actually been
full on.
wanting to see that movie. I've heard mixed things about it, so I kind of want to see it.
I liked it, and I'm
it's
not
fun.
I'm not a big body horror person. I don't like Cronenberg except for The Fly. But it was pretty good. It was probably my second favorite movie of this year so far.
I recommend you go back and try them again and try because there's something psychologically horrifying about his films when you really delve into it. And he was my favorite director in the 80s, watching Cronenberg stuff. I was like, oh my God, there's more. I kept learning another film. What? Let me see it. And body horror is like not something I would write about. But man, that shit scared the crap out of me.
Well,
the whole thing about diseases, sexually transmitted diseases, because this movie Rabbit is about that. Parasite, or I forget what the actual name of that film is, where the
Shivers.
Shivers.
All right, I found the photo.
STDs. All right, let's see.
Now listen, this is haunted house makeup. This is not movie makeup. Okay, so I had to work with flat, like I didn't have prosthetics or anything. So this is all hand drawn. I shared it.
Oh my goodness.
The suspense is killing me. No.
Oh, nice.
That is really good.
So thank
That
you.
is really
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Great work.
Thank you. This is
that looks like
not
a zombie that's mellowed out.
Yep. This is at Knott's Berry Farm. I worked there for like a season.
That's
And I did their zombies. Yeah.
He just said a pothead, so he's good. So
Tell
It is
everybody it's not
California.
blood. It's Knott's Berry jam. It's not blood.
Knott's Berry Jam.
I
is
still
good.
find
That
it
was
weird
really
they call
good.
it Not Scary Farm. 'Cause I know
But-
it's not, but it just sounds
Yeah.
like saying it's not scary.
It isn't. It is.
So, but let's get, we derailed a little bit. It's always fun to derail.
no, we didn't even talk
Evil
20
Dead.
minutes about the movie.
Greg,
Somehow,
look at this.
it'd be a surprise if Flight Force isn't on great. It's on my library. I love that movie.
No.
That's
I
great.
know
mean,
he
you get
has
to-
it.
Yeah.
You get to watch
have-
Steve Railsback kiss Patrick Stewart. Come on. And
So
Patrick
Evil
Stewart
Dead
acts like
2,
a woman.
which kind of starts with a recap, but isn't because of rights issues. Because, I mean, would he be insane enough? Would anyone be insane enough to go back to that cabin after all the shit that happened in the first movie? It's like, oh
Well,
yeah, none of
they
that
don't.
happened.
They never go back. Each film, like Evil Dead 2 is a retelling of Evil Dead 1 at the beginning, but they left out all the other friends. It's a retelling. That's
I
the
thought,
first time
I
to
thought
the
it was a
cabin.
reboot of the first one. It's just
Well, they didn't have
More
the
money.
rights to it. They didn't have the
Mm.
rights to it. So they instead of being able to show clips, they just reshot it and they just truncated it with him and his girlfriend. And each film it's a different girl playing the part. And in the third film, it's fucking what's her name? Fonda.
Bridget Fonda.
Yeah. And I'm like, now that's believable. So
Yeah, I know
yes,
that guy.
please
He's
subscribe to my friend Greg, and don't forget to add Nadia too there, D-Bud. I know you're a sexist and everything.
it's all good.
D-Bud's a great guy. I love this guy. He's sort of like 6, but without the boobs.
So he's less.
So a 4.
4.
One for each boob.
Indeed.
Yes.
How is it
definitely.
every time I'm on a stream we always end up talking about boobs?
Because you're
Gerry
a boob.
brought up
No,
porn.
I don't know.
I mean,
So
Just because I
Evil
know a
Dead
few
listen.
boobs.
By the way, you're if you go see The Substance, boobs are in this. Good ones
I've had
and
two other
really bad
critics
ones. Really
tell me-
bad ones.
two
I do
people
want to see
told
it.
me
It looks good,
I
actually.
should check it out. So I'm
You should.
gonna do it.
It,
Thank
it's
you, D-Bud.
it's like American Psycho, and it's a dark satire of
Mhm.
image obsessed people.
Let's just say you
Yeah,
could take
'cause a lot of
some
people
boobs
don't
and
know
just
that
throw it
American
over your
Psycho-
shoulder, and it would hit your butt.
Well, I've seen The Shining, so
Oh no,
American-
no, no.
no, I know what you're
American-
talking about. I've seen stuff like that before, actually, in movies. So
And American Psycho was a critical, comical criticism of the 80s excess of the rich yuppies and
I've
shit.
never seen American Psycho.
And by the end of that film, the
I
shocking
know.
gotta
part
see it.
is,
I know.
and the way I interpreted it was that none of those murders actually happened. They were all in
You-
his
you would be
fucking
wrong.
mind.
You would be wrong.
Because the
Hey,
guy
no
he
spoilers.
said he
No
killed is
spoilers.
there.
La, la, la.
I could talk to you about it because I know a little bit about it and everything. 'Cause I've researched it, but yeah.
Yeah,
don't
I
have my
had
headphones
feelings
on
with
until
Brad's
the spoilers
boyfriend.
from American
I did
Psycho.
not have fun with that.
Am I good?
You're good.
Yeah.
No more spoilers. But you really got to see that. That
I
is
will.
a great
I
movie.
will.
It's more akin to the grossness that's in the actual American Psycho book, though. Like, it goes insane at the end with the blood, literally blood everywhere.
It's my kind of jam. Sounds like a Saturday night for me. All right.
Now I can't
Well, I'm talking about
remember,
the substance,
Greg,
the book.
on the opening animation of the book, was that from the first film or that was all
No,
new?
they changed the book in this one. It's a
Yeah,
different
because the
look.
face on it's different.
Yeah, because it's much more thicker, bigger book in this too than it was in the first one.
But it is the same artist that did the internal art because that's actually
Yeah, I
a
think
friend
the
of theirs from
inside's-
Detroit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think all the papers and stuff on the inside is still the same artwork and stuff from the first movie.
I was
think
the
it's the same
first
stock footage,
artist.
too.
Oh my gosh. I was the first artist to work with Josh Becker, other than the guy that worked on this film and the first film, because that was the artist they always worked with. And I would get comparisons because he would always say, I'm a better artist than him. And I'm like, well, yeah.
Humble brag.
We have this question, Gary, from Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to know what
It was a different
what
studio.
was
Okay, so here's what happened. Stephen King was in the middle of producing his film Maximum Overdrive with Dino De Laurentiis, DEG. And
Wait, is that?
at dinner one night, he had talked with Sam Raimi and I think Ted as well, possibly Rob Tapert. I don't know. But I know that he had talked to one of them and that they were getting ready to start this film and were looking for a studio to work with because the first company wasn't interested in doing a sequel. And so De Laurentiis had dinner with King. King was a huge fan of the first film. And because of that, he talked him into making Evil Dead 2. And that is why Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness were under De Laurentiis before his company kind of dissolved. He had bought that studio there in North Carolina, and
have a
with the
question.
plan of moving Hollywood to North Carolina. What's that, Nadia?
Can we do Maximum Overdrive next, since that's an 80s film?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Cocaine infused. I love it. It's a great movie.
That,
Being
that
killed,
was
being killed by a soda can projected from the soda machine.
No,
Dude.
Awesome.
The bridge. A woman gets killed by a watermelon. It's amazing.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Maximum Overdrive was predicting this self-driving trucks. I'm telling
The
you.
Teslas.
It also predicted that the MCU would become a nightmare that wants to run everyone over.
Hey, small screen. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in. I was going to say that this was actually Maximum Overdrive, as I recall, was produced as a short story by Richard Bachman.
Which is Stephen King's
Yeah,
pseudonym.
Yeah, that's his pen name. Do you know where that pen name came from? Because I do.
I don't actually.
He was on the phone with his brother-in-law, Richard. And they were talking, and he was thinking about using a pen name. And it occurred to him when the song came on the fucking radio while he was on the phone with his brother-in-law, Richard. It was Bachman Turner Overdrive. And
I
he
have
came
a
up with
couple
the
of
name.
his books.
Nice.
First edition Richard Bachman's books.
Well, the Running Man was published
Yes.
under that name.
Thinner
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
It's the only one that I have with him with that pen
Ooh.
name.
Let me see.
I read the short story of Running Man when I was in 5th grade. And it was really good. I didn't like the film,
Yes.
but I really loved it. Look at that. I love the hand thing. Yeah, it looks
The
cool.
first edition.
Don't ever mess with gypsies. Never mess with gypsies.
No.
I do wonder with the remake, are they going to use the book's ending? Because, the plane flying to a building kind of is imagery that's kind of tainted now.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
Country Shapes, that's yeah, I agree with you. I think that the first film, I love the first film, but I love Evil Dead 2. I consider it superior in the writing, a better written story. I think by keeping it with a minimal cast adds to it. And
They definitely matured from the first movie to the second movie.
Yep. And I
Bigger
actually
budget?
like his girlfriend's death better. In
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
I still think the
And
first
the
one's
dancing
scarier, but
back
this
then.
one is a better movie.
This one's more slapstick kind of comedy to it, more so than the first one.
This is where they bridge it
Hey.
into the.
Yeah.
We got that James guy. Is he one of you guys' followers? It's good to see
He's
you. Good to meet you.
From my channel. He's coming in from my channel.
Oh, we have Geekosity Man.
Is that Chris?
Kieran?
Chris?
It's funny because, like, over here, I can see in the chat, those are all coming from my channel.
Because I really want to talk to you, Chris, because the website's not working anymore. We went looking a few weeks back and saw that it was down. And I'm hoping that the website comes back, man. I think that's Chris, not Kieran. Kieran's an old friend of mine. I knew Kieran before he worked for Geekosity. I'm going to limey little prick for a while. I like him. He's a sweetheart.
Don't
he's
get me
adorable.
wrong. I love this movie, but still, to me, one of the wildest character turns ever is just with Ash, where he decides, okay, now I'm just a mechanical engineer, and I'm literally now become a ham, like in one
Now-
scene.
This is the scene right here. He said, if you watch the first film right to this point
Mhm.
and then skip to this point, it's a single movie. It just keeps going. And then again, at the end of this movie, when you see the car crash, cut immediately to the car crash in Army of Darkness. It's a seamless transition, and it's like one long 4.5 hour movie.
I believe they used the same shot in Army of Darkness when he initially lands the same time as the Oldsmobile. That's an Army of Darkness.
Yeah. No, that opening scene, there is a slight difference because it is the same car, but there is a slight difference in one angle that they shot that's new. It's either new or it was something they shot and didn't show before from this film. James, dude. James is the guy who helped me so much with setting up AdSense, Google AdSense.
What is Google AdSense?
That's how you get paid through YouTube.
I'm not monetized. I don't know. Yet. Not yet. Not yet. We're getting there.
You're
I
going to
didn't
get there. You got
understand
a
how to
great
do
channel.
it. I mean, I gave him access to the account to help me because I trusted him so much. He's a good guy, man. But I do want to know what's going on with Geekosity because I don't want to ever see that go away because I love Mikey. I say love because I still love him.
Right. The car was
gone.
Drag Me to Hell, also in the Spider-Man movies too.
It's in every Sam
Yep.
Raimi movie.
Every
It's even
single
in
Sam Raimi
Quick Step.
film is in there,
Which
including
Drag Me to Hell
Love of
is
the Game.
underrated.
Not even in
Underrated.
Sam Raimi's movie because it's in the Evil Dead remake, and it's in the oh my god,
Evil Dead
Uh,
Rise. It's in
Evil Dead Rise? Oh, it's one of the
Yep.
parked cars in the. I assume in the.
and the series Bruce versus the Evil Dead.
Oh, Ash vs Evil
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, he gets possessed.
Mm. That's a
Yep.
good series too. Shame
Yeah,
it
well,
ended so
Yeah.
abruptly. Yeah.
This is also one of the better Lovecraft movies because not everyone remembers that. Oh yeah, Necronomicon Ex Mortes. Yeah, H.P. Lovecraft.
Yep.
Could you ever see them rebooting and recasting Ash? I could not see anybody replacing
No.
Bruce Campbell.
I think that's why they basically the newer movies are like speaking
Side
of Lovecraft,
stories.
They're like multiple dimensions versions of multiple versions.
That's
of
what
the
I thought too.
Necronomicon.
They're
That's
like
pretty much what it
multiverse
is.
kind
It's
of.
like it's like a
Yeah.
Necronomicon multiverse.
Like there's
I
stories
hated the
within
trailer
the
for the
Evil
latest
Dead
one.
Universe.
I hated the trailer for the latest one, and I just wasn't interested in seeing that one. But the Evil Dead remake was actually pretty good, or whatever you want to call it, reboot. But no, because it exists in the same universe. That was said. So
yeah, I like that one. That one's pretty good. Evil Dead Rises wasn't too bad. Really pretty title card.
The best part about Evil Dead Rise is the monster at the end because it's literally an actual like eldritch abomination where it's just all the bodies merged together into one nightmare creature.
I like
on
that
Netflix
shot where they
now.
show the eyes.
Oh,
see
yeah.
the eyes over the cabin. I always like that.
I always love the join us. Join us.
Ted Raimi.
Swallow your soul. That's another great one. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's Ted Raimi down there in that suit.
And Ted begged. Ted begged to be in this movie, and that's what he got. He got to play the old lady.
Yeah, the lady.
The dead old wife.
I actually got to talk with a good number of the cast who were in this movie and Army of Darkness because they had a special showing with Edgar Wright one night. And I got to ask them who was tortured most of any of them because Sam Raimi is famous for putting people through hell. And they all said in unison, Ted Raimi.
Well,
All right, so Army of Darkness, folks. What did we think?
oh my goodness.
Army of Darkness, we're not on that one yet.
Well, I mean, I love the just it suddenly gets dark. Doesn't make sense, but hey, it's a supernatural movie. You can get away with that.
Yeah. Just got to suspend disbelief or whatever.
Yeah.
Suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
now
it's
this is a
as
great.
long as you create rules to your universe and follow those rules, suspension of disbelief can be held up. It's supported.
Yeah. I do love how there's multiple like doors and panes of glass, and the movie just keeps going on as if, yeah, we didn't just knock down the door or break the back of the Oldsmobile out or the front. It's just there suddenly. It's back. It's okay. But yeah, the POV shot and just the fact that they like hammered it into a baseboard and just ran with it to get like basically a stable shot.
It's great.
Yeah.
It is great.
Oh yeah. This too. It's like the door gets destroyed, everything else, and then it's just immediately back in the scene. I do think it helps this as a comedy.
Yeah, this because this is definitely where they started to bridge it into more comedic territory than serious horror.
I like what Tim just said. Join us, one of Golden Corral's least successful slogans.
Yeah, join us. It's also what Diddy said to everyone he met.
That ain't no gravy. It's a bunch of lube.
No.
Bunch of lube. Oh my God. I do want to say we've got some great people in the chat right now. We have
Yes,
Tim,
Elton chat.
Jay Knapp, Ace Hanlon, Adoptive Writer, Stephen Luther. Gooch is here. Send him an invite.
No,
Fuck that
he's on
guy.
his
Fuck Gooch.
he's on his stream right now for Terminator. He was just dropping in.
Oh, just dropping it while he's streaming. I've done
Yeah.
that. Peeing in one thing and then turning and peeing in another thing. Done it all the time.
Sassy Pants. Hi, Sassy.
Hi, Miss Sassy Sasquatch. What's up?
Send
We got
her an
Polly in the
invite.
house.
I'm trying to remember.
Sassy, yeah.
Was the plane a cutout at some point, or no? That was an actual plane, or something
it
was
was a real
supposed to be
plane.
cut out here. I'm trying to remember.
Probably the hangar in the background.
Oh yeah, the hangar.
The Vinkman fan site is here. Devastator, D. Bud Martin, of course. Vex Electronica, Bumpy Johnson, who is a famous black gangster. If you guys didn't know that, he's been played twice on film by one actor, Lawrence Fishburne. Played him in 2 different films. A Small Screen is here. Country Shape Media, that James guy. Geekosity Mag, our good friend James. Hollifield, Lionel Joseph, Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch. And you are welcome on the show if you want. I don't know if we are friends on Twitter.
Sassy, we never talk about this movie we're going to talk about. Don't worry about it. But your
Nadia,
kid would
yeah,
love
well-
the Evil Dead series if she hasn't seen it.
Send her an invite, Nadia, because I don't think we follow each other.
Sure.
I'll
Can
look.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, you go down there where it says invite.
I don't
No,
have.
Little-
I don't have that.
She don't have that. Let me put the text on the link on the private chat.
Go ahead, do that.
And was it coming up here? I always love the mirror stuff. It's the simplest thing in the world.
Oh, we
but
do
it's
follow each
still
other. Never
fucking
mind.
effective.
Are you going to send her
Oh,
the?
She says she's not
Yeah.
able to stream at the moment.
Oh, she's not able to stream.
Oh, well, I already sent it, so it's in your private chat or private.
By the way, I love Taylor Swift greater than Disney, SW, and MCU and Doctor Who. Oh, that they have always got that great name.
Nowadays, the Deadites would play Taylor Swift Haunt the Living.
Oh
All
my
right,
God,
back
Bush
to
is
Evil Dead.
doing food porn, so I'm looking over at the food porn he sent. Oh my God, look, he's a chef. You didn't know Bush?
Yeah, but there's a movie called Evil Dead 2 that's like right below us.
Oh, we should do that. So hold on, let me chug some more. Let me chug some more of this Pepto Bismol.
Chug.
I'm finishing up my Texas tab, which is Coke Zero, French vanilla, lime, and a little bit of coconut creamer.
Water. I don't.
That
drink
sounds
sugar.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's
Now this necklace, though, if I remember right, Bruce Campbell hated it and actively tried to get rid of it the entire fucking
He
movie.
gets it
I
right.
love how you just try to bring us right back in.
How dare you, Shinatsky?
I'm like a traffic cop on the freeway.
You are.
How dare you get us to talk about the movie we came here to talk about?
All you got to do if you need to be reminded is it's on the little banner at the bottom of the screen. Just look at that and you'll remember what show we're talking about. This is the animation I really liked. I know it looked bad,
S for he.
but I enjoy it.
Oh, I was reading the banner.
Remind me, is the tree grape scene in this one or the first one?
No, it's only in the first
one.
film.
The first one.
And
That's
he's
right, yeah.
said, he's like, I wish I never shot that.
Yeah.
But everybody, it's funny.
He got so much
Everybody got a big laugh out of it while making the film. But he always felt weird about it. It's like it didn't.
I mean,
belong.
it is a little weird, but I mean, it's like.
Oh no, there's a story I have with that. One day I was in high school. A guy had decided to check out Evil Dead 1, so was playing it. And one of the teachers walked in exactly as the tree went into the girl, and immediately kicked him out for the day. Like, he didn't get expelled, but it was like literally the anger and wrath of a teacher who was a woman.
High school, man. I mean, we talked our substitute teacher into letting us see the boobs in Romeo and Juliet again.
Here's the scene. This is a great scene. Good acting here on his part. Where he's kind of losing his fucking mind. And then the deer starts laughing and the lamp is moving, laughing. Then he begins laughing with him because he's kind of losing his fucking mind.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the mirror scene in this one, right? Yeah, the great mirror scene.
After this.
Yeah.
This is where she bites his hand.
Yeah.
Although the way he's holding her head, it should have bit something else.
Oh.
I think he chose not to do that because it's just too gross.
And what sells this really is the sounds, because if the sounds weren't there, it's already ridiculous, but it wouldn't be believable if there wasn't the sounds with it, because it's just literally him running around with the prosthetic head attached to his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole evil hand thing is one of my favorite parts of this movie. When he goes in the kitchen, his skill on the fucking slapstick was so spot on with the hand being alive.
Well, he puts, he traps his hand with the book Farewell to Arms. So,
yeah.
It was the hand stuff was the co-writer. I forget his name off the top of my head. I only know that because I actually met him during that showing. And he actually talked about with the audience that, he had done, I think it was like a short film or whatnot, which is basically kind of about an evil hand. So literally, Sam Raimi had just called him up because he saw that chart. Like, hey, Evil Dead 2. I'm like, okay. And so all the hand stuff was the co-writer. I forget his name.
What was the co-writer's name? Let me see.
I can look it up
and
real quick.
I forget why he didn't do Army of Darkness, but he wasn't on that one. He wish he had.
Yeah.
I love
Scott Spiegel. I know that guy.
Love the cheese.
Scott's a friend of, used to be friends.
Yeah,
with
I met him.
I don't think they talk anymore because they partnered up on some stuff. They were doing short films together.
Yeah, medium-sized guy, glasses. I think he had like blonde or black hair. I'm trying to remember. It was over a decade ago when I met this guy. So
I love this when she turns normal with her fucking head in a vice. Like, what are you doing? Why are you going to cut me up? What's wrong with you?
And what I always find hilarious is that then it goes to silhouettes as if it's so terrible. It's because we don't have the budget to shoot this right. Just show this.
By the way,
love how the blood covers the light, though. That's a great detail.
Oh, it is a great visual gag. Sarah Berry, who plays Annie Noby, the professor's daughter in this, we've already met her getting off the plane, absolutely should be given a Lifetime Achievement Award for the single worst scream in a horror film.
This was her only movie, wasn't it?
No, she made 2 movies.
It's so monotone. It like hits one level and stays there like an opera singer. And it's just so fucking grating. And it reminded me of the movie Blowout with Travolta, where he's got a girl in this horror film and her scream is for shit. So he's trying to go find sound effects and ends up recording the sound of a woman being murdered later. And that's the scream that he uses in his film at the end of the film. It's called Blowout. Watch that movie. One of the few films by that director that I thought was really good.
Blowout.
Yeah,
Brian De Palma. He's a
you can watch
for
you
a
can
real
watch
long
it on
time, too.
you can watch it on Tubi for free.
There you go. It's a good film. John Lithgow is the evil, psychotic hitman in it.
Yep.
And whew, he gives a good performance. Let me tell you.
You know they're evil when they start serial killing people as a cover-up.
It's a sign. I would not say it's proof, but it
It's-
is a sign that they're evil.
It kind of reminds me of what was that? Is it Nightcrawler with
I've never seen it, but somebody else made comparisons to Blowout
Okay.
with that movie.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. It's a overall very good movie, though.
It's
Like
overrated.
the last act super truncated. Like I was expecting there to be like a little bit more to it, but it's definitely worth watching. Really good performance by the lead.
I love this. The chair's rocking, and right when he reaches it, stops. Yeah.
It's like I'm done. I'm done. I'm okay.
Yes.
I do consider Evil Dead 2 the best horror film of the trilogy, but Army of Darkness absolutely takes the cake when it comes to the best film. Here's the mirror scene right here.
Yeah, it's great. It's great scene. Great effect.
I do love that line. It's like we just chopped up our girlfriend with a chainsaw. Does that seem fine? He just starts laughing.
And by the way, that's his double playing him with his back. And as they refer to them in the Sam Raimi world, they're fake shimps.
Yes.
Yep.
And Josh Beck is fake shimp number 2.
Oh, Josh Becker, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't Becker have his journals published for this movie?
Yeah. The Evil Dead journals.
Yeah. Still using that stop motion on the hands. This is some of my favorite acting, just period, because he does such a good job with the whole hand being possessed.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if it influences Idle Hands.
I believed it did.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that there was some inspiration there because I like that movie too. Do you like it?
Yeah, I saw it. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember enjoying it as a teen.
I got the Blu-ray right there. So
Of course you do, Greg. Of course you do.
I watched it last Halloween. It is a good movie.
It's a great
This is one of the
90s
few-
horror film.
Yeah.
This is one of the few generally like actually kind of scary moments in the movie, because the idea of just losing control of part of yourself, it's like, give me back my hand.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Man,
that's
I
terrifying.
forgot how much detail went into this one because I think I mixed 1 and 2 up a lot with certain scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's easy to
it's
do
really easy
because
to.
they're very
Mhm.
similar, story-wise, all the way
Yeah.
through. And
Yeah.
this one, instead of him getting possessed at the end, he fights this evil and then ends up being sucked into another dimension where he's sent back in time. There she is. Gorgeous chick. Good actor, but man, she cannot fucking scream.
Apparently,
Yeah, her
Gerry likes
screams
them
are
to
terrible.
scream.
I
And by the
like
way, one of my favorite
scream.
things of Idle Hands is
Now we're on
Eldon, Eldon
And
Hansen.
Bobby Joe. for some
No, because you
reason
brought
played
it
by a
up, and I
woman.
wanted to point out Seth Green and his buddy, played by whatever his name is. He played Foggy on
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
That was the best part of that film for me. I just love those two characters. This dude here looked like, well, he's just
Look
going
at
to
me,
die.
I'm
He's gotta die.
Lucifer.
How dare him have that haircut?
It was the
How dare
80s.
she has that makeup? That's more like it.
It was the 80s, man. They all had them blonde boyfriends like that.
And this dude, God, man, he's got like chewing tobacco and he's just got a shitty fucking accent.
He's in
I think he
Spider-Man.
was-
He's in Spider-Man 2.
Really? What did he play in that?
You know when he throws the pizza and it gets up on the building in the beginning? He's the
Right.
guy that walks out and steals a slice of the pizza when he swings by.
Ah,
and then
that's
No
cute.
shit.
yeah, he's in Spider-Man 2. He's a longtime friend of Sam Raimi.
I think that this character that he plays was a nod or a slap at some of the rednecks they had to deal with when making the first film.
Well, yeah, they gave them really bad teeth. Like, he has the best, worst teeth.
Yeah.
She looks like the girlfriend from Karate Kid 3.
You know what's funny? You know who her sister is? By perhaps that woman, Robin Lively.
No.
It's Blake Lively's sister.
What?
Oh,
Yes.
What?
Robin Lively, the teen witch, Daniel LaRusso's girlfriend in part 3. That is Blake Lively's older sister.
Wow.
It's a goddamn small universe, man.
Tell her sister's shit, but all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite little moments when the hand goes, it's about to pick something up, and then it goes, wait a second. You just can tell just by the way he moves it. It's like, ooh.
I love how they did this. And I know all he did was he pushed with his foot to push himself forward, but his body looks so still that it really looks like the hand is dragging him.
Yeah.
And what's that meat cleaver?
and it shows that horror and comedy work on the same fundamental basics, which is why this works so well. You have setups, payoffs, and you have subversions. And this is subversion.
Speaking of that, have you heard from Tom Conkle on the script?
Well, I'm gonna meet up with him again. I mean, has he talked with you? He said he's going to be reading over things. He's busy.
Yeah,
as far as I know.
I just wanted to find out if he's liking it or what.
I haven't heard anything.
I'm nervous. I'm not nervous, but I'm nervous. But I'm not really nervous. But I'm a little nervous. It's almost like when
you want me to
you're a
update
school
when he
kid
says
and you get
anything?
called to the principal's office.
Sweaty palms.
It's not like that.
I don't mean to be a dick, Gary. I'm sorry.
What did Tom say to you? I mean, did he say, Gary, your script was adequate? ...
No. It was.
Then it starts deleting. ...
It was so adequate. It was virtually bursting with adequatulence.
What does that mean?
That's a line from Phil Hartman in News Radio. I'm
Never seen
so adequate. I'm bursting with virtually bursting with adequatulence.
I got the whole series over there on DVD.
Of course you
I
do,
love
Greg.
that
It's right over there.
I'm a huge Phil Hartman fan. I as the founder of the Blade Runner fan club on bladezone.com, I pulled that website. I pulled the website down. You fuckers.
I just saw Blade Runner for the first time too.
I know, and I said it to you the other day. I said that to you, that I was the founder of the Blade Runner fan club. I'd love to talk to you about it. So anyway, I pulled it down one time. It's only been down one time in the last 20 years, 25 years. And that's when Phil Hartman died. And I just left a black screen with his name.
Aw.
Because it broke me when he was killed, when he was murdered.
Is he part of Blade Runner? I don't remember seeing.
No, it's just I love Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman was
okay.
like one of my
I was like, wait, did I miss something?
Because he started out as a graphic artist and he was a writer and he was doing comedy, and I did comedy. I wrote, I was a graphic artist, and I just really connected with him. And
didn't his wife shoot him, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bryn. Yeah. She murdered him, went out, got to a friend to talk to him. He brought them back, called the police. The police got there. And right as they arrived there, it looks like she was taking her kids into the bathroom and was going to do them all. But the kids broke away and ran out to the police. And
that's good.
While they were running to them, the shot was fired when they were leaving the house, running to the police. And that was from a member of the family that told that. Said that's what happened. And that's terrifying.
This whole thing is like a Tom and Jerry gag. I love it.
It's Tom and Jerry. It's also Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd.
And now we know
With
where
the shotgun
came from.
Him chasing Bugs Bunny. He's Elmer Fudd with the shotgun.
Yep.
I'm gonna get you, you wascally wabbit.
What great looking teeth Bruce Campbell has in this.
He's got perfect teeth. This is like one of my favorite moments. Just gallon upon gallon of blood.
And then it just disappears.
It's
Yeah,
really
Blood
bright
coming out
blood.
of the holes. Oh, it's crazy. I
It's
love
always
it.
great because like they throw like Sam Raimi loves covering him in blood and gut, all that stuff. And then like when the camera cuts away and he comes back, he's just like all cleared off his face, with like little spots.
He's all
maybe
cleared.
here and there. He's just all
Not on his
clear. and
clothes
he's like,
anymore.
It's great.
Absolutely. Well, he tortured Ted Raimi, his brother,
Yeah.
making this film. He had to levitate him and shit, and it was very uncomfortable. And Sam got a kick out of it. That it was real. He's like, "You wanted to do this. There it is, the laughing deer head."
Yeah.
Yeah. One of them actually reminds me of a Popeye laugh, like the lamp one. Sounds like a Popeye laugh.
I also do like that close up they did of his ear, because right when you hear the sound, his ear moves, and I'm like, he did that. That was really cool.
Yeah.
There's no practical or visual effects. That was actually Bruce Campbell's ear doing it. You are grooving out to something there, Nadia. What's going on?
Oh, I'm standing. I'm using my standing desk to stand up.
Oh, see, it looks like you're dancing.
I am a little bit. I'm like rocking. I'm trying to pop things back in
He's
place.
right in the right time because he sort of does a dance at this scene. So
Yes,
there you go.
dancing.
he starts to...
By the way, we have another person that joined us. The Day Dimmoth is here.
Hello, the Day Dimmoth.
Hello.
I
I saw somebody commented also on the musical, which I've seen too.
Is it
all
any
right.
good?
Yes.
It was all right.
Because I knew the guys that were doing that when it was like starting, and I
It's
was
okay.
like, this just sounds like a train wreck. But I heard that people actually enjoyed it,
It's all right. It's all
and that
right.
Sam Raimi enjoyed it. But no, this is not a remake of the first film. The first 20 minutes, 30 minutes is a remake because they didn't have the rights to the first film. So they wanted to retell it.
Another thing that's really hilarious, if you think about it, it works with in camera, but it doesn't quite make sense. He's literally standing there, so he can literally see them and still gets taken by surprise.
Happens.
There you have. This is the comment from Bumpy Johnson.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
It's a good comment. Thank you, Bumpy.
Well, they have a great gimmick with the musical, though. They have the splatter zone, which is, I think, the first 2 or 3 aisles, and you basically get a
Covered in
blank
blood.
T-shirt, and as you get covered in blood, it's a souvenir after you finish the show.
Yep. Yeah. My husband didn't
Oh.
want to do it, so we had to take seats further back.
That's like going to a Gallagher show and not getting a watermelon on you.
I know, but then you got to drive home all sticky and covered in blood, and then yeah.
Oh, and I think in the UK, the one thing that they deleted is here when he gets kicked, because you don't kick him in when he's down in, I think, England or someplace like that.
Yeah.
So literally, the entire movie has all the blood, gore, everything else, but God forbid you kick a man when he's down.
Well, England is notorious for putting the Evil Dead movies on the video nasties list. So
Really?
yeah.
Well, that's why they lost. So we're here now.
USA!
Evil Dead Blitz. Make that movie.
America, fuck yeah. Coming to say
Deadite Nazis.
motherfucking day, yeah.
That's
And
what
we've got
that has
Limey.
been the best joke so far.
We do have a limey audience, and just to let you guys know, we are funning. We love you guys. It's just your government we fucking hate.
Yeah, in
It's like
Canada, by
we had to
extension.
kick the government's ass twice.
Yeah, Canada
So-
I think is worse, but we love our fellow Canadians though.
We
Yes.
love our Canadian
Just get
brothers
out of
and
there.
sisters.
Just get out of there.
We have nothing against the
Lady-
people, just the government.
Lady Balfour,
Yeah.
is she from America or is she from Canada? Canada.
I actually don't know, but she is a very interesting individual. She used to be
Yes, she is.
a race car driver, and like she's had so many lives. I've told her like you need to write a book about yourself because I would read it.
I like
it's
people like that.
fascinating. So
Not in the attic, but in the cellar. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. The Day Dimmoth.
Yes.
That's Ted Raimi, by the way, the director's brother, playing the old witch, the haggard old witch.
Henrietta.
Yes, Henrietta.
Who names their daughter like that?
Fruit salad.
By the
And
way,
I love
he
the sound
sweated
of the
so much.
forest. Whenever you play the tape, you start hearing that
Yeah.
sound. I love that sound effect. But
I
I had
think-
made a whole intro just from him playing the tape recorder, and I cut back and forth twice. Once, and then it was just the tape recorder, and that was too much. And again, got fucking claimed. And I'm like,
YouTube.
okay, I'm just not gonna bother.
I forgot how much weight Ted Raimi lost, but he lost several pounds wearing that Henrietta outfit because he just sweat like crazy.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
it was
really
torture.
disgusting thing is that it compiled so much, and there's an actual point near the end of the movie when she's flying up in the air and there's liquid coming out of her ear. That's Ted Raimi's actual sweat from being trapped in the
Ugh.
hell.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dude,
And you know
I
what?
love
Ask
the-
Sam Raimi. Ask Sam Raimi if he had any sympathy.
No, I
No.
mean, I would have sympathy for my sisters, so I get it. I would do the
Like,
same
you
thing
wanted
to
this
them.
fucking role.
Yeah.
I'm gonna torture the shit out of you.
I did the same thing. When I ran a haunted house, my sisters wanted to be in it. I was like, okay, then I'm gonna put you in the worst room, the worst thing.
You above anybody else will appreciate this story, because that's where I got my start. I wanted to do special effects makeup because my buddy Craig Edwards, who was a producer on this show for a while, when we were young, I was 16, I think he was 15, and we got offered to do some work for the haunted house, make some original stuff. So I was going to turn him into a werewolf. He was helping me. He was working with me. It's like a partnership, but I had to make a cast of his face. It's the first time I've ever done a face cast. And I thought I'd done everything correctly until I went to pull the plaster off. And I started to pull up and I got tension, and I let go, and I thought, did I imagine it or did I feel tension? So I went to pull it again and I let it go again because I felt tension. And I said, Craig, he's like, I'm so sorry. And I just pulled
Eyebrows?
eyebrows and eyelashes.
Oh, you're supposed to grease it. Oh.
I did, but not enough.
Oh,
I
Did you
not
at least
put enough on?
put a breathing hole for him?
Yeah, I gave him straws for his nose and
Yeah,
a tiny
I
gap
was
for
taught
his
never
mouth,
to
so he
do
had
that.
straws sticking out.
When I was taught to live cast, the
So
straw thing
I-
was something they stopped doing because it was like a.
Well, it's something I saw, and there was no school. This is 1970s, man.
I know.
There was no internet. There's only like 3 books, and that was what we were using, and Craig and I we were far more ambitious than our knowledge allowed. But I am a casting master. I know how to make molds. And
Me too.
Rubber doesn't matter, and I loved doing it for years. And but man, as I got older, I don't want to do them anymore. It's so tiring.
Oh, it's my favorite.
I liked
thing.
working with silicone rubbers. I love the silicone rubber. Hate latex.
Oh yeah, my favorite. When I was talking to my panel about the Penguin, because we were talking about Colin Farrell's makeup and his bodysuit. My favorite thing,
Which
to
is
do
amazing, by the way,
is to plug hair. That is my favorite thing to do for prosthetics. Is just to sit there with my
Yak hair?
headphones and just plug hair in, because you have to plug them individually into it in different colors. And I would have loved to do that for that suit. Just sit there and just plug hair in.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with what they did with him. But
Oh yeah,
I've done the hair too, and it's fun to do. And we learned that, thank God, to something that Rick Baker had written.
Yep.
And we learned how to do hair.
I find
And,
that I like to do pre-production stuff. So I'd rather be in the shop sculpting, molding, putting all the stuff together, and then sending it to set. I hate being on set. I don't like it. Well, it's not that I don't like it. I think I prefer just pre-production versus actually being on set to apply it.
Well, that's why I do what I do now. I do storyboards and production art because I don't like being on the set. I don't 90% of the time, no, I will say 90% of the actors I've worked with, I didn't like. They just annoyed me. Actors
Yeah.
just annoy the fuck out of me. And they just constantly saying stupid shit to me. And I'm like, oh my God, how can you be that talented and be that brainless?
Right.
They do it.
My favorite
but
actor.
I like the old lady here that plays the mother.
My favorite actor I've ever
Go
worked
ahead.
with is Sid Haig. He was the biggest sweetheart ever.
We lost him. It was so sad.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for him because I watch old stuff all the time. The FBI, he's on there a couple times. Star Trek, of course. Just like every major show that was made in the late 60s, Sid Haig you would catch him in like bit parts.
I do admit I would have loved to have been on the set when Sam Raimi went, okay, Grandma, get in the fucking basement.
Get in the fucking basement.
So now look sad. I don't give a fuck. Look sad.
Sadder.
Sadder, I'm gonna hit you with something.
Oh, this is just such great.
Oh, the
design.
puppet head here. This is
Yeah.
it's a mask at one point, and then it's a puppet head.
Mhm.
Just a puppet being manipulated by a hand. It's fucking great shit.
Yeah, it's a great prosthetics too.
Now, is this when he kills him?
They
The
shortened
green
his
blood?
nose up.
Because that was always one of the weird ones for me. Is like, why is the blood green here?
Yeah, doesn't he cut his head off? I think.
And I love Sam Raimi's use of close-ups like that, extreme close-ups. I love it. Chopping her
The eating of
hair.
the hair makes no sense, but it's great.
It's a common practice in the Shinatsky house.
The what?
You hair-eating motherfucker.
The eyeball scene. We got you right into her mouth.
Oh,
Now, what did they make that out of?
screaming.
That was awesome.
I guarantee it was gelatin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and hey, Gary, your favorite thing? They say the movie's title in the movie in this scene.
Right
Dead by
here.
Dawn. Yep.
Dead by Dawn.
Right on.
I love. This is where she lets out with that scream, and it's like, it's so awful. She has the single worst scream of anybody I've ever heard in a film.
It looks like she's trying to not laugh sometimes when she's screaming later on.
Happens. Some people just can't scream.
Now I want to point out that the girlfriend of the redneck has got her hands on Bruce. She
I would
trusts
too.
him.
I would too.
I think everybody would.
Yeah. That's a real man right there.
Bobby Joe.
Man, the path is gone. I love that. The path is gone.
Yeah, trail there. It's like it just called it up.
Everybody's just like chilling out.
I really
Like,
do.
What do
love
we
this
do
fucking
now?
movie. I just-
What do we do?
And what's funny is whenever I've gone and rented a cabin with my daughter, it never looks like this cabin, and it always bugs me. I'm like, "Oh, I'd like to find
I'm
something that
sure.
looks just
It
like
doesn't
that
look
one."
evil enough.
Gary, you're the only
It's
person
not evil
who like
enough.
goes into a cabin in the woods and goes, "Oh, there's no horrors in here." God damn it!
I'm sure somebody has an Evil Dead Airbnb cabin that they rent out somewhere. If
Well, they do
not,
it with the
they
Hobbits.
should.
Why not? I would fucking
Yeah.
love that.
I mean, didn't the original cabins all like burn down, or I forget what happened to them?
Ooh, that's eerie too.
Well, I
It
mean, they're
rotted.
super old, so
It rotted and collapsed. I know that because there was a guy that on YouTube that went and found it, the location. It's all
Oh, is
grown
it
over.
Is that guy that does the like?
Yep. There are at least
Location-
two
The
notorious
location guy.
Yeah, okay.
listings for cabins, replica cabins on Airbnb. At least two.
Fuck you, really?
demon
Told
possession
you.
is not guaranteed. Sadly,
Hold it up. Pull it up on the show. Pause this fucking slide. How much time we got?
Wow, yeah,
'Cause
there
I know
is.
we've got 50
It's in
minutes,
Tennessee.
and
One
Nadia's
of
got to
them's
go
in
because she turns into a pumpkin.
I do.
Nadia turns into a pumpkin in 50 minutes.
No.
I
In
do.
this case, she turns into a pumpkin
Not-
head.
Ah, that's a good one too. When did wait? What year did?
Oh, the pumpkin head. Yes.
Pumpkinhead
I love
is in the 80s
Pumpkinhead.
movie.
That was the 90s. I believe
Okay.
it was-
I think
There
it
you
was,
are.
no,
in the 80s?
1988,
I was
sir.
gonna say, I think it was like 88. That's what I was gonna say.
So we
I
can
got
watch
it.
it.
I got it on Blu-ray over
Excellent.
there. So.
Yeah.
Lance Henriksen is so
Of
good
course
in
you
that
do,
fucking
Greg.
movie.
I
I couldn't
Pumpkinhead
imagine
2 is
Greg not
bad, but I
having
love
something.
I love Andy
Okay.
Robinson in it.
Okay, boss, you have it on screen. Evil Dead Airbnb
Evil
cabin.
Dead. All right, let's click on some images of this cabin. Do they have any?
Oh,
There's another one I found though when I searched. It's in Tennessee. Hold on. Let me see.
Yes, the Morristown.
Yeah.
Instead of join us, it says download our
Look
app.
at that! Oh my god! Oh no, that's a steal from the movie.
We don't see anything on screen.
Yeah.
It just your search engine.
Oh,
Oh.
Good job, Martin.
Oh. We don't want to order your book. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just the placement of where it was. Oh, that's lame. Well, I mean that's still cool, but
It was filmed in Michigan, though.
Yeah,
Wasn't
this I'm looking at one right now. This is the one you're looking at is the original cabin from The Evil Dead 1981. And like I said, it just collapsed and all that's left is any stonework.
whoever owns that should build another one on there. They would make so much money. So many
Yeah.
people would just stay there.
I think you could do a Kickstarter to get that rebuilt, and you would get the money.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Restoration project. I love the other thing about this is because of the blood on his forehead, he has a unibrow.
Still a handsome man. Still a handsome man.
Hell of a
Even with the
chin.
unibrow. Yeah. Yeah.
The greatest compliment I ever got for artwork was from him when he said, "Gary's art is groovy, baby." And he gets my chin right.
So Nadia,
And he said
how handsome or sexy is Bruce in this movie?
On a what scale?
Scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, 1 to 10.
I give him an 8. It's not my type. I like more burly, like hairy guys. Like if you look at my husband,
You like bears.
he's a big bear. So I give him 8.5, maybe. Yeah.
Hey, he's in the top, 2 numbers.
He's just a little
so-
too scrawny for me. Just a little too thin.
We'll just see him now with this big old gray beard and
I
a
want
little more weight.
I wonder what he would have looked like at this age with a beard. Because he's got that massive chin.
Mm. But anyways, the movie.
Anyway, yes. That's right.
Yeah, I was actually watching the slideshow, checking out what's going on.
It's like, hold
Yeah.
my hand.
Nadia was too.
Yeah, I was too. I was thinking
Oh,
about
this is a ghost. I forgot about this scene. The father's ghost
Yeah.
tells them what they need to do. Hamlet.
Hamlet, I
Scene
need
6,
you
Act 2.
to spank your mother.
This movie
The
holds up with
fuck,
rewatches,
Shanansky?
too. Does anybody know how long production took?
There were 2
They're so
sets of
effective, it
production
wouldn't take
with it.
long.
I would think it's one location.
It was 2. There was all the outside
they did-
stuff,
yeah,
and
they
then
did the outside
they
stuff
converted
in
a
the
high
studio.
school gymnasium into the interiors.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're holding my hand too tight. Oh yeah, that's right. It's his hands holding hers.
Baby.
Classic scare,
Hold-
but it's a great
I
one.
ain't holding her hand.
I stand corrected. It was Act 3, Scene 4. Hamlet's
Okay.
dead. The big scene.
Last ratio.
I'm
Alas,
poisoned.
who's Yorick? I
I'm
know
dead.
him not.
Where's Bobby
Where's
Joe?
Bobby Joe?
Where's Bob Joe? Fucking redneck. She's screaming, running into the woods like nobody would ever fucking do.
Yeah, that's a good point. I see all these horror movies and when it takes place in cabins and like this, and people run into the forest at night. Why would you do that?
Nobody would do it.
Yeah.
Nobody would do it.
Have you ever seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Yeah.
yes.
It's
I
so
love
good.
that fucking movie so much.
That
And
was good.
I have been one of those biggest pushers for them to do a fucking sequel.
We got
I
your
get to-
friend.
I get to talk to the director of that soon.
Oh,
Tell
oh
him
my
to do
God,
a
dude.
sequel.
Can I just hang out for a few minutes?
I
I love
know,
that
it's-
fucking movie so much.
I'd
I
let you,
know.
but
I'm just fucking with you because
I
I
would
know you
I would
keep
let
everything
you.
to yourself. You're selfish.
No. I would
know.
let you, but I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
dude, stop trying to act like you're a nice guy. Fuck you, Greg.
Greg, don't let him overpower you, man.
I'm just saying, I got this all set up. I'm doing I'd be talking to Adam Green, Eli Craig, who did Tucker and Dale.
So it's a
And-
media thing you're doing. That's cool.
While I'm putting together a Halloween special with multiple channels involved and stuff, so I can't, it's got to be a certain way.
Maybe Tucker and Dale did call it. Maybe they just want to commit suicide at that point, and they're just going in the woods
Yeah.
to accelerate
Ask you
it.
about that though, would you please? If there's any ideas coming for doing the sequel,
I will ask him because hopefully you get to talk to him. I think Monday. I think Monday is when we have it scheduled. Him and his wife too.
also, by the way, I love the dagger they sculpted for this.
Yeah, the Evil Dead dagger, which is also seen in Jason Goes to Hell,
Oh.
and so is the book.
Well, originally
Oh,
Bruce was supposed
I'm
to
sorry,
be involved with
the
that.
dagger. The dagger is not in the movie. The dagger they use in Jason Goes to Hell is modeled off of
Okay. I was
the
like, wait a
dagger
minute.
from this. Not
It's been a
the-
long time
But
since
you
I've
know
seen
that
Jason go to hell.
Bruce was originally supposed to be part of that.
Yeah, I know he was supposed to be the part of the Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash.
Yeah.
But no, the Necronomicon from Army of Darkness is actually in Jason Goes to Hell because it was given to Adam Marcus by Sam Raimi on the set of Army of Darkness.
Didn't we
Yeah,
talk
there were
about
3
this last
books.
time? There's a comic line
Yes.
with the 3 of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, I just remembered. I actually got the I think it was one of the Evil Dead 2 Necronomicons, like the original prop that's screening I told you guys about before. The prop guy brought it.
Oh, nice. That's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Mona Lisa. You expect it to be a little bit bigger than it actually is, but it's still a cool little thing. And yeah, all those pages were in there.
Oh, that's cool. So, is how much of the original is left of it? Is it all left of it?
I have no idea because it was like 2007, 2008 when I held it, so I have no idea what condition it is in now.
I wonder how much of it's left. That'd be interesting to know.
Well, the issue with a lot of props sometimes is, they make them out of materials that don't last that well.
Yeah.
So literally, they have to like start vacuum sealing it. It can't get exposed to the sun.
Yep.
Well, all that left of Jabba the Hutt were the eyes.
Oh God! Did you ever see when they found Hoggle from Labyrinth? Like he was in some suitcase thing, and he was just decayed as all hell.
Oh, yeah, because they were still using latex back then.
Oh.
So
Did you-
it's just the eyes, and like he's like looks like a Terminator.
Yeah. Did you see
Silicone's been
the?
around since the 60s, but it was easier to work with latex. But latex doesn't last; it breaks down.
Yeah. Did you see the Ninja Turtles? It's all like
Yeah, I
808.
saw some photos. Tom showed me some of those.
yeah.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
They're like still smiling, but
Yeah.
their flesh is just gone.
Well, it's crazy. Oh, and yes, the Day Dimmoth. That was actually Kane Hodder's hand in the Freddy glove at the end of Jason Goes to Hell. So he's the only person to have now played Jason, Freddy, and Leatherface.
Fun fact: if I win the Faces of Horror, I get to do a photo shoot with him.
With Kane Hodder.
Yeah, and it's Ghostbusters theme. So
nice.
Yeah.
Jason is such a weird character when you think about it, because he doesn't even have his mask till the third one, and the actors most associated with him didn't come around until like what, the sixth or seventh movie. It's so weird.
I got a movie. I know we're supposed to be talking about Evil Dead here. I do have the movies for you guys. If you've never seen it, if you like slasher movies and horror comedies and stuff, Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Leslie
Has
Vernon,
anybody
that's
ever
a
seen
great fucking movie. Yes.
That is a
I
great
love that movie.
It's
Behind the
it's a
Mask.
mockumentary where they're following this guy who's ready to step up to be the next like Freddy or Jason, and Freddy and Jason, all them are real in that world. So like they were his heroes. It's a great movie.
And he's friends with
2006.
another slasher guy who's living a happy life.
Happy
with
retired
his he retired with his last girl.
Yeah, and he was
Living with his last girl,
supposed to
final
be the
girl.
killer from Black Christmas. That's who he was.
I
supposed
love
to
that.
be. Yeah,
I love the fucking movie.
It is
And the
a
way it
great
ends when you find out the reason why I let you guys
you
make
don't want to
this
spoil it because
documentary-
Nadia hasn't seen it.
Oh
Yeah, don't
shit.
spoil it. Don't post. I was
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
It's on AMC, so I have that. So I'll watch
Oh,
it.
you definitely give that a watch.
Watch
That's
it, and we're
great.
gonna do that some night. If it's not on this show, it's something else. I'll invite both of you so we can talk about that because I love that movie.
Okay.
I will be
What
actually
movie?
watching
What-
tomorrow that movie as well, which is part of the whole little Halloween special I'm doing.
Ooh la la.
You're talking about the mockumentary, right?
Yeah, the mockumentary.
Oh,
It's a mockumentary.
Well, I still find it hilarious that Cletus here basically has one of the most dragged out deaths, because he doesn't die in the forest. No, he comes back in, gets stabbed,
Yeah.
starts dying terribly, and then just gets dragged into the basement and explodes.
Hey, sometimes you just got to have one of those big death scenes.
That's where
It's
you put all
great.
your special effects budget into.
Yeah.
Yep. Now he's like, Bobby Joe, Bobby Joe, and then all of a sudden possessed the evil Ash.
Bobby, no. That's what the response was. Bobby, no.
But no. This is great.
It's a good question, the Lady Dimmoth. I would say Sam Raimi is the answer to that.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Raimi,
It makes your
entire
sets
ethos
look more
is
believable.
whatever it is,
when
do
it's
as much
fog.
of it.
I don't know if you heard me or Shinatsky. We were talking at the same time. So I'll repeat myself just in case. That what it is, it creates a more believable atmosphere having smoke and or fog in a scene. The spine, it looks like the alien's tail from Alien.
I guess they took a midget and they just, fused its spine together and then sharpened it into a knife. I'm just trying to think how they would make something like that. Like, you actually would.
You
Called
sculpt
little
it.
people.
They might use real bones, like animal bones, to make the spine, and then they make a mold of it, and then they cast it.
Well, yeah,
They'll cast some in harder plastic, and then they'll have what's called the stunt knife or stunt blade, which is made out of rubber.
Yeah, no. The prop. I'm talking about like in universe, because this is like the ritual dagger. So, like, how many like people's bones and blood was it supposed to be? Because the book's made out of like human skin, so obviously the dagger's made out of human bone.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready. In the movie, she screams again with that awful scream.
Yep.
Fucking
Man,
awful.
Gary, you can't get
Dude, he's not like
just She is so good in this role, and I don't know why they didn't dub her scream, because anybody can fucking hear how terrible that scream was.
Gary apparently likes them to scream well.
There's
Oh my
two
God.
things that terrifies Gary: her scream and Sigourney Weaver's ass in Alien.
What ass?
I wrote that in one of my reviews back in the 90s for a magazine, and I said, single scariest moment in Alien, Sigourney's ass. Come on. Don't even act like it was nice.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, it's just flat.
Yeah, she does have a long back where it's just back. Nothing there. It's just straight
Oh,
back.
here she does some screaming.
Got a crack in
Like
it.
every time he hits the door, she screams. Every hit.
Yeah, this is where it looks like she's laughing.
Is it over? She gets that look of like the classic Sam Raimi. Oh, it's all ended. No, it's not. No, it's about to ramp up again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry for stabbing you in the gut.
They made an
damn.
entire song about this in the Evil Dead musical. It's called "God Damn You, Woman, You Fucking Stabbed Me."
I forgot about that.
Nice. I can't
I
breathe.
like how her first reaction is look at her hands and try to clean up the blood. And the guy's on the floor with
Priorities. She's got
yes.
priorities.
Oh, my hands. Oh my God.
Well, it is her family's cabin, so
Well, hey, the Deadites are nice enough to make it so she's not a murderer. They murder him for her. So there's that.
I mean, there has to be some kind of give and take here. And those
Well-
nice. Go ahead.
Nothing. I was just singing. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say she's got the nice little cargo shorts and knee-high socks on. It's like the weirdest outfit ever.
She almost has like a Freddy from Scooby-Doo outfit. She's just missing the ascot.
And he just goes down in the cellar and just turns into blood. The great shot there.
Just the copious amounts of blood.
And then she's all fine and clean in the face when it's all done.
Of course. I mean, you know,
See?
she has
Perfect.
really good. You know,
Because it's magical blood.
Yeah. And her hair didn't even get stained.
It's a little too orange for my taste, but it's all right. I'll give it a pass.
That
I love
Deadeye
his walk here.
Yeah, the Deadeye Ash is pretty creepy, actually.
and now the ugliest necklace in the universe. Save the day.
Hey, it meant something to him. It was for his girlfriend that he beheaded and chopped up.
Without
Hey.
hesitation.
He's thinking to himself, why did I buy such a tacky necklace? I should have bought her something nicer as the last thing I gave to her. No, I could never undo it.
Craziness. And he's fine, don't worry. He'll turn back into Bruce Campbell in a minute.
I just love that she then tries to keep murdering him. He goes, I'm fine. I'm fine. She
Yeah.
keeps doing it.
I'm okay.
You will be once I hit you in the head with this axe.
I think Peter Venkman says he should have went to Jarrett's. He should have. He got a better necklace.
Yeah, he's too loyal to S Smart. That's his problem.
Shop smart.
Shop S Smart.
He got that. I
yeah, I mean,
swear.
they're closed, man.
The next one of
Fruit
you,
resistance.
what does he call them there? Next one of you primates
Yeah.
even touches me.
Yeah, shoots.
See, Nadia, there you go. They're
Again,
getting to talk.
I know. Tell Nadia. We're talking
Army of Darkness. Talking
again.
Army of Darkness.
Yep. And now here's the most random character turn ever. Suddenly, out of nowhere, turns out Ash is a fucking genius.
Yeah, he's got great like science books in his trunk.
Yeah.
Plus
Hey, just-
Fangoria.
I mean, he's in. Who said he wasn't smart? Just because he's in this cabin and he's being tortured by demons doesn't mean he ain't smart.
He
Yeah, I'm
took
telling
a
you, some of
professor's
The
cabin.
dumbest fucking people I know have PhDs after their name. And I know a lot of them. And I'm like, you're an idiot.
Groovy.
Yeah,
It's
groovy.
yeah, his entire demeanor. Suddenly, he's a mechanical engineering genius when this has never come up before, and it's great. I wouldn't have it any other way.
We never
Now,
really
there's
got
the
to
miniature.
So
This is all miniature here.
Yep.
mhm.
I'm telling you, Nadia, if Tom wants to do this movie after my script, I'm going to have him talk to you.
Oh, for
If you're
the
interested.
character design, the creature design
Yeah,
that you sent me over.
sculpting, building it. Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause that's
man, it's
only
been a
one vampire I
while.
did artwork for. And I wanted the head to be practical with like a puppet head and the mouth. It has a protruding mouth with teeth that move.
Yeah, I'll talk some more after show.
Okay.
Love the scene.
Long silences.
Well, you know, it's Bruce Campbell with a chainsaw. We have to stand in awe of it.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah,
a
Nadia
chainsaw
has to
for
leave
it. Aw.
right at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to work very early tomorrow because I'm getting my infusion in the afternoon, so I have to make up the hours so that I get that done.
Oh, you're finally getting a personality?
I have a personality. That's why I'm on this fucking show.
I see. See, Gerry still hasn't gotten taxed, but we're working on it.
I've got a personality. It's just not popular because I'm a dick.
Well, whose fault is that?
It's this guy.
Not
Oh my
me. Not mine. He was that way when I met him.
Martin, don't take shit from him.
Slender Man ripped this movie off right here. Find the pages.
I love that he's got to go deeper and deeper into the cellar to find the pages. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
it's
will
so
not
huge.
end well.
Yeah,
it's like, this is not going to end well.
Meanwhile, Cletus just threw them out in one giant clump, and then for some reason, it's just you found a page.
It's like James Wood finding candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. A piece of candy.
Ooh, page of the Necronomicon. Ooh, there's another page of the Necronomicon.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
Cletus is
Oh,
looking good.
Cletus.
He lost some weight. He's looking good.
Also, you know, another film of his I like, Bruce's, is that Moon one that he did.
Moon one. Which one was that?
Yeah, where he's on the moon.
Moontrap.
It's like
Oh yeah.
Moon Trap.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
That has one of the best scientist encounters with an alien ever. The scientist goes up, wait, maybe we can communicate. Shoots the scientist, holds his arm, looks back, shoot the son of a bitch.
Nice.
She's got great resting bitch face.
Yep.
Gerry said that would be his great ex-wife.
Oh yeah, another thing that like breaks and respawns those damn stairs.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
cameo at the end of Dark Man the lady Dimmoth brought that up, is actually that is Darkman. He took on the look of Bruce Campbell at the end. I thought that was cool.
He's the true face of Darkman.
I'm not going to say Darkman is a great film, but I enjoyed the crap out of it.
Because it's not.
I love Liam Neeson in that.
What about the pink elephant?
Oh, she's screaming again.
Yep.
Oh, she's screaming. She's screaming.
Yeah. When it gets on the close up and she turns and screams, you can see the trail of sweat.
Now he's become our action hero of the movie.
That's exactly what he becomes right here.
Yeah.
That's just why the third film had to be an action adventure film.
Yeah.
Because his character
I'm
arc.
happy.
You would be, Nadia, you dirty girl.
Listen. Sometimes I have to hear you guys talk about a pair of tits on this. So
Big boobs. I know.
When I get my eye candy, I will take it. All right.
Amen.
God bless you, Nadia.
I love the puppetry on this one, by the way. What do you think of this, Nadia? A giant fucking head.
I feel like very much Beetlejuice influence from it. That's from that scene.
And this was before, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is 1987. When's Beetlejuice?
Yes.
98.
88.
89.
89. So yeah, that's
why
why I'm thinking that this puppet might have influenced the. You know, I'm sorry, I'm tired. The scene where Beetlejuice's head goes, like, I'm doing hand motions, like you guys can see me. Anyway, it's great.
His head's on the snake.
I will tell you this, because originally, what's his name was involved? The director of Scream.
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven was involved with the making of Beetlejuice, and he was the one who came up with the giant serpent, and it was something that he wanted, and so he that was him. That was his inspiration. Then he went on and stole it from Beetlejuice to put in the Dream Warriors. Remember the snake thing scene? So there's probably a lot of cross-pollination going on here, Nadia. I would bet between Sam Raimi, Wes Craven, and what Tim Burton put out.
And Evil Dead is in Nightmare, if I remember right. It's one of the movies she's watching.
Yeah,
on the TV.
It's one of the, I believe so. Yeah, they're connected. They're all connected.
All right, it's about to go to shit again. Get ready.
Yeah.
I love how he lost his girlfriend. He chopped her up. He went through being possessed by a demon, Deadite, and now he's back to the action hero. And he's like already got the hots for this chick, and she's got it for him. And it's like, I love it.
It's ridiculous.
His boyfriend just died too.
Yeah. But they both lost their boyfriend and girlfriend like the same night because it's the same night. Oh, it's great. My God, how do you stop it?
It's gonna be weird after he gets back. They're like, so,
and that's another thing they changed. What?
I said it has to be really weird after he gets back. It's like, so Ash, how was your weekend?
Well, he's telling Ted Raimi because he's talking to him. What happened. But I will point out they left it out of the Army of Darkness. Was at the end of this, he's so terrified by this demon that his hair goes shocking white.
Yeah.
No, it's not fear. It's something that the demon does because he's standing besides a pot of flowers, and the flowers
there it is,
died.
right there.
Those those flowers died.
So whatever that was caused his hair to go gray. Okay.
Yes, that's why he tells her, "Don't look at it."
Yeah.
That's a very Cthulhu-ish type thing. Don't look at it; it will literally fuck you up.
Yeah. Lovecraftian. No.
He knows how to
sucked
scream.
to the fucking door, holding onto that stove. Then he gets sucked to the door. My God, how do you stop this thing?
Stop it.
I do wish they did the head casts for the tree a little bit better. Some of them look all right, but some of them just look weird.
Well, it looks like something from Wizard of Oz, to be honest with you. It's not really scary looking to me. I like this effect, and it's the same effect they used in what was that movie where the ship goes back into Pearl Harbor?
The
Um,
final countdown.
Countdown.
Final Countdown. It was the same effect.
Mhm.
Shut up,
Isn't-
Nadia. I love that
Isn't
song. I gotta be
basically
honest.
just like you're flushing like a toilet, basically, and you just have the camera set up in a certain way.
I think you spend too much time looking down the toilet. Now, if we could actually sing, we'd probably get copyright claimed. I mean, it's a cool puppet, this giant puppet.
Yeah, it's great.
It goes right up there with the stuff they were trying at the time, where the Muppet guys succeeded with Audrey too.
Mhm.
My God, that was incredible. Here it is. This is where he starts to go out the door and he yells at, my God, how do you stop this thing? This Charlton Heston line.
Yeah.
And you can totally see the harness wire thing he's on when you see going flying towards it. It's great.
Such a good movie.
I do. I really love this film. And one of the things I love about it, if not for this film, we wouldn't have gotten Army of Darkness. And Army of Darkness is, my opinion, the better film of the trilogy.
Army of Darkness might be my favorite movie of all time. It keeps fluctuating between the top 5 for me.
It's sure definitely one of the most quotable, because I've got a lot of buddies that love that film too, and we'll start talking that shit like, oh my God, just doing lines from the movie.
I'm good, Ash. You're bad. No, I'm bad, Ash. You're good, Ash.
Well, no, because I
Goody
watched
goody
these movies in
two-shoes,
the opposite
Ash.
order.
Goody two shoes, goody two.
I watched Army of Darkness.
What are you,
first,
Christopher Nolan? You're Christopher Nolan.
then
Watching
Evil
the
Dead
end
2,
first.
then Evil Dead 1. So my experience with this series is like, wait, there's more of these movies? Because it's just Army of Darkness. So I had no idea.
That's great.
And basically, like I said, guys, if you want to watch the 3 films and get the feel that it's one story, is with the first film, right when he gets possessed, end it there, go to Evil Dead 2 to right when he's getting possessed, skip that whole opening scene, right to that, follow that all the way to when the car drops and he falls, end it there, go right to the Army of Darkness, and watch from right when the car falls. It's seamless.
Yeah. And small
And-
ones.
And another one of my favorite gaffes, Sam Raimi's helmet does not fit him at all. Like, his neck is clearly just way too out there to be protected.
No, look at that.
Yeah. He's like an ostrich with that helmet.
It's
That's
crazy.
Sam.
But what do you
Who's
think
the guy
about
with the gooseneck?
I thought that was Sam. Man, I'm having a Mandela effect moment.
All right, Army of Darkness, let's go!
Hell! Hell!
Hail, hail!
Okay, what I'm going to
hail!
do is next month, I'm going to change the logo, and we're going to, for one night and one night only, it's going to be, it's 90s Fright. And we're going
Army
to,
of Darkness! Yeah!
just for you, Nadia, because I love you so much.
Oh, thank you. You just want me to work for free on that vampire.
No, I
No,
want
I'm
us
kidding,
to get
I'm
paid.
kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
want
I'm
us to
kidding.
be
I'm kidding.
I don't want to get rich off of it until it sells, and people buy it and like it, and fuck yeah. But no, I want. I like my friends, and I like getting them hired for gigs. And I've got a lot of friends who'll tell you, man. I've gone out like comic book world, got a lot of guys work. I just got one of our Limey friends, Glenn, a job with Warriors Inc.
Oh,
I introduced him to Julia and showed the artwork and the books that he did, and boom, they're already working with him. I'm fired, apparently. I was almost in 20 years.
So I do have a
I'm
question.
at 17 right now. What?
Gerry, when this came out, how did people feel about the ending? Because there was no announced like Evil Dead 3, and it really does kind of come out of nowhere if you're not really paying attention.
Well, what's funny is Evil Dead 2, when it came out, a lot of people that didn't see the first film watched it, because you can watch this without having seen the first film.
Yeah.
Because it does that retelling at the beginning. And so it built its own fan base. And then, of course, there are those that saw the first film, like myself, that loved it. But you had that mixed audience. And then those who became fans of this film that had never seen the first film went back to watch the first film and became fans of it because of this movie. So it was a double team, tag team. I'm trying to avoid something that sounds pornographic.
And you're doing,
You can't.
failing completely.
It was double penetration.
double
I
fisted.
believe
Double
the term
fisting.
is
Oh my
spit
God.
roast.
Hawk Tui. That's all I got to say. I love this movie. I really do. This is my second favorite of the trilogy. And, I don't like, I'm not slagging on the first film, because somebody told me, oh, this first film, that's scary. I said, you ever watch it alone in the dark? Nobody else in the house, just you? No dog, no cat, just you?
I still think
Right.
the first one's the scariest.
Yeah.
It is scary, damn it. I watched it in the dark
Oh, it's
by
scary.
myself, and it made me very uneasy.
I
And,
think today. Go ahead.
I have a
What,
bigger
Nadia?
one. Oh, go ahead, Nadia.
I think the problem today with a lot of younger people when they watch these movies and they don't call it scary is because they're distracted by things like their phone. They always have to tweet it out instead of actually just turning off everything, turn the lights down, and just immerse yourself in this type of movie.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely agree with you, because they're too easily distracted. They want to be entertained at all times. And it's just annoying watching somebody young. It's like, you've got to be able to sit down, shut the fuck up, and watch a movie. Today, I watched the film Shadow of the Vampire.
Somebody
Emma.
recommended that to me today. I have
We
not
just-
seen it.
We just talked about that on my show
Is
with
it?
Tom.
Tom and I are
It's
Tom and I
on
are
no
doing it.
streaming service, and I'm sure, Greg, you own a copy of it somewhere.
It's only on DVD. It's only on DVD. So
I don't want to buy it for streaming because I'm doing a Salem's Lot stream next week, and then I just talked about the movie because I just rewatched it, which was a miniseries, and that is still terrifying. That is really scary if you actually like immerse yourself into it.
yeah.
And, like the idea of a vampire being a predator, and instead of like a romantic, sparkly thing. I guess I don't know.
I love
that
evil.
is
the vampire
the real
that Willem
lore.
Dafoe plays. Willem Dafoe's version is
In Shadow of a
very
Vampire?
cunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very
Don't tell me
cunning.
anything about it. I want to watch it.
and
I'm
he's-
gonna, you know what?
and
I'm
he's
gonna buy it for
sinister.
digital. I'll just buy it
Just
for digital
watch
and just rent
when
it.
he does
don't
the
think
clicking of his
Stop
fingernails.
selling it.
Watch.
It's
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Watch for the clicking of the fingernails. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It freaked Anima out. It really freaked her out, and he did it a couple of times. But the big one is when he's really clicking them, and then later he does it again, and I'm like, I fuck it. And he came up with that. He came
You
with that
can-
on his own.
you can buy it on digital for $10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
But-
I don't do a lot of digital, so
I know you don't, Greg. I know you don't.
don't.
Oh yeah, it also has Carrie Ellis, so definitely good reason to check it out.
Basically, what
And
you need to know
Malcolm-
is it's about the filming of Nosferatu, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Well, F.W. Murnauer is played by Malkovich, and Malkovich wants to make his fucking movie at any cost. And
Don't tell me spoilers.
you
Don't
just
tell me.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why I
not
said
gonna do
just-
anything.
Just tell her it's about the filming of Nosferatu.
It's
Just know that.
a fictional telling of
Fictional,
what
yes.
happened on the set of making that movie. Now,
Wait.
I will point out something that I thought was interesting. It's not anything that's going to ruin anything. Anima was talking about that she really liked how the actors actually had authentic German to
Accents.
Austrian accents. They were very well done. And that pleased me to hear that from her because she's a big critic of that shit. Malkovich pulled it off. And in real life,
was needed.
Gerry always is great in it. But F.W. Murnau was a flaming homosexual. And he was notorious for having a lot of unbridled passion while making his films with some of the people he worked with. And I thought that was interesting that one of the characters in the film is played by a gentleman that I worked with. I just forgot his name. The German actor who's in
Udo Kier?
Andy Warhol's Udo Kier. Udo Kier is in it.
Get out of here.
And was like, he's got a really good accent. And I said, that's because he's German. Actually from Germany.
I have a question for Peter. I see the comment, read the book, just saw Salem's Lot. Which Salem's Lot? The 1979 or the Rob Lowe 2000 miniseries one?
I always go with the original because
I love the
like
original's the best. No, the
So,
original's the best.
it is.
Yeah.
I got the Blu-ray
Absolutely.
of that. I got the 2-tape VHS of that, and I have the 1-tape version, movie version of that on VHS.
All right, Greg, send me your address and just let me know the nights that you aren't home so that I can just have somebody visit.
So I
with the
can
van.
rummage through your shit.
Yeah.
I just brought them on because I keep them because the Blu-ray is of
Both
the
are
Salem's Lot.
miniseries.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. No, go ahead.
Nadia, there's another reason to watch Shadow the Vampire. It's produced by Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's produced by Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that he's done a lot of producing when he's not in stuff. Like he did that TV series
I have to go
about
to
the
bed,
Warlock.
but now I really want to watch this movie.
What was that show called? He had a hockey stick. He was a warlock, and he was a
Dresden
detective.
Files?
Dresden Files.
Yes, that
Which
was
is
Nicolas
one
Cage
of the
that produced
best
it.
one of the best book series ever. I fucking love that book
Oh yeah,
series.
much better than the TV show.
Oh, the
Much
TV
better.
show is shit compared to the books. And I am just like a sucker for I've been watching, waiting for the next one. And in my head, I'm like, man, somebody should really I think AMC, somebody should really pick this up to do this as a series and replace the crappy sci-fi one, because the sci-fi one is probably 20% of what the book series is. And it's just so good. So good. The second book scared the shit
from
out
somebody
of me.
that didn't read the books, from someone who never read the books,
the TV
I
show's
love
still
that show,
shit.
and I love the actor. I love the show.
He's in Flash, I think,
Good actor.
or Arrow. One of
Yeah.
them.
He's been in a few things. He had a ghost series that he was the dad, and his daughter had the power to communicate with ghosts. It was a good show.
I think they
It only
get to
got
Dresden
2
Files
seasons.
now.
Paul Blackthorne.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh man, they can't do the Dresden Files now. They would ruin that so hard. I just
They'd
Oh
range
yeah,
power it.
minus modern politics, but just
and
there's
it's
a
just,
lot more books now.
Yeah. Oh, there's I think we're up to what for the Dresden Files?
I think they're in the 30s now or something like that. It's a lot of them.
I at least listen to one of these books a year. I've read the whole series, but I've at least listened to one book. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. And where is he with the new book? Because I always check his website. And unlike Kurt Martin, Jim Butcher has a little bar that you can look at that it'll show oh, I'm at 30% finished for this book. And right now he's at 78%.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called work ethic, which Martin definitely does not have anymore.
No. I refuse to start that book series because I am not going to be there when he doesn't finish this shit and then everybody's left hanging. So
No, but Nadia, I do have a long form book series if you like horror stuff. Vampire Hunter D.
yeah, no, that wasn't that an
yeah,
anime?
you know I'm a fan. Yes, there's 2 movies, and one of them's on YouTube.
I might have some insight that there might be a third in this installment at some point, but I'll talk about it backstage.
Well, it was supposed
Yeah.
to, because the ending of the second one was definitely a lead up to a third.
It's not like a direct sequel. It's like in the
No.
world. In the world.
Every D book is self-contained. It's
Yep.
like modern pulp, and it's fucking awesome because it's horror, sci-fi, fantasy.
Just like the Dresden Files. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right.
Here's
I
one
have to
for
go.
you, Nadia. Before you go,
Okay,
there's a book I want you to read. It's by
What?
Clive Barker. Weave World.
Oh, that's the only one I probably have not read. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you were
I'm
going to say
telling
Books
you,
of Blood.
read that book. Fantasy horror. And I'm going to tell you, my favorite scene in there involves the three witches. And I was so disturbed by it, I couldn't sleep for 2 nights.
All right. I'm adding it to my wish list.
It's the three witches scene.
Dude, a
And it
hardcover's
freaked me the fuck out.
$100. Jeez. This is
Get the paperback or the Kindle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kindle.
Yeah. D, you can get omnibuses. They're doing the books as dramatic readings or straight, just, author reading it to you. I think there's about 50 D books total now.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
read
and-
this. My husband has the one where I'm looking at it. It's like $90. He's
Oh,
like
and-
holding her or something. Yeah.
Oh, and the spin-off Grey Lancer, which is vampires in space versus Cthulhu monsters. And it's as awesome as that sounds.
Man, I can't wait till sober September's over. That sounds
Martin?
great with a joint. like I'm just saying.
Martin, can you share? I need you to share. I need you to share out links because we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show for Nadia
Yeah.
and Greg. So for Nadia, he's going to share out the link for your channel. Tell people what you're doing, what's going on next.
I run
I look
a
like George
horror.
Lucas right now.
I run a horror channel, and actually, we will have a stream tomorrow. We're going to be diving into MGM's From Season 3, Episode 1. I just dropped my review of Agatha, Episode 3, and then I'm working on a top 10 Halloween recommendations video that'll like range from kid-friendly to not kid-friendly. So just follow me on Twitter or X and my YouTube. I drop videos all the time. That's all I got.
On Twitter, you can follow her at Nerd Dollface.
Yes.
That's it. At Nerd Dollface. And
All
that's
one word.
Nadia. So follow her on
Right.
Twitter. Yeah, one word, no spaces. Greg, what the fuck are you doing that's worthwhile?
I don't know what I'm doing with my life at all. What channel? I do a lot of physical media stuff. I do horror stuff as well. I do a live stream every Wednesday at 9:30. I'm working on something special, which I did talk a little bit about here and there on the show for Halloween, with some interviews with Adam Green, Eli Craig, some other people that have not yet been announced. We're going to do some interviews with them, edit it together, make it into a Halloween special. It might be on multiple channels. We haven't figured it all out yet, but just keep up with that and check out the channel. FanZcene Vids is the channel. Twitter's FZcene. I don't know why. When I made my Twitter, that's what they named me, and I never changed it. So there you go.
Yeah, FanZcene. The letter Z, the letter C.
Fancy scene.
Fancy scene. I was wondering when I made my channel, I was like, what do I call this? Let's make it like a fanzine, like a magazine where you can talk all kinds
Like a
of things.
magazine.
And then I was like, let's just like 90s it up a little bit, put a Z in there because everything was a Z in the 90s.
Well, that's what you would do, fanzine, like magazine, fanzine. But then you threw the C in there and it threw it all off.
Well, it's like
fucked it up, man.
FanZcene, like SCENE.
Oh my
and
God, we're gonna be here
you know,
for another 3 hours. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Now for
Driving
something
nuts,
completely
Greg.
different.
Thank you.
Yeah. I love you, buddy. Hey, Shinatsky, tell people where you're at. I'm going to be killing bugs and saying things like we'll never make it, Gulliver.
I'll never make it. That's why you have me on here. You just want me to go, I'll never make it, Gerry. Let's see. 48-hour Film Fest did something, won an award. I did direct it, but I was in it briefly. Other than that, script writing and Gerry asking me about what Tom Conkle thinks about the thing, despite the fact that he could actually ask Tom Conkle directly.
I've asked Tom, but I'm hoping that you've seen or talked to him. So let's get the hell out of here, guys.
Yep.
Thanks
Just
for
get
being
that out
here.
of here.
I'm so done with all of you. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Nadia, just jump the show right at the credits, so that way it's seamless and didn't look like you quit the show in the middle of it. So
I quit.
I'm out of here, motherfucker.
Fuck you,
All right.
fuck you, you're cool. I'm out.
That's right.
I wish I
Thank
could
you
quit
guys for being
Nadia.
here. We appreciate all of our fans that join the show and watch it, and everybody that listens. We deeply appreciate you, and those that financially support us, man. Thank you. We can only keep doing this because you guys help us keep the lights on. So everybody have a great night, and we will be back on near the end of the month. I think the 31st is Thursday, isn't it? Halloween. So if we do the show on the 31st, it'll be Halloween.
I
And
may
we
not be able
can-
to do that. I got kids.
Yeah,
man, so.
yeah.
We'll talk
Halloween,
about
man.
it because
Yep.
if
I'm
you guys
gonna leave.
do it the
Right.
week before,
All right.
that's fine.
Subscribe to the show. See everybody next
We're
month.
out
Bye.
of here. Bye.
This is where it is. This is where we go. This is the place for scares. It's our little horror show. Not just any night, it's 80s Fright. Here on Culture Minefield. This is where it is. This is where we go. This is the place for scares. It's our little horror show. Not just any night, it's 80s Fright. Here on Pop Culture Minefield. Y'all come back now.